Good morning, everybody. Come along for the ride. Let's see what we can get done today. So the original plan today was I was going to do I was going to do something different. I was going to go for a motorcycle ride today and kind of film the fall colors, and you know how that goes. But I forgot the camera mount that I use on my motorcycle. I forgot that out at the combine. So I ran out to the combine to pick that up, but while I was out there, I bit into some beans, and it's like, we might be able to run today. They were close. So that turned into the wife was going to go for a ride. So I was going to give her the camera and let her film the motorcycle, you know, colors and everything while I went and cut. But then now she doesn't know if she's going to go for a ride. It's kind of like all in the air. So she dug out my old camera and put that on the charger right now. So she's going to, I think if she does go for a ride, she's going to film with my old camera. So I gave her some mounts, and then I brought you guys along with this camera on the farm. So who knows, we might have, and I might not even be able to cut today. It might be, they might be just a scotch too wet, and we'll end up on the motorcycle anyway. So we're just gonna have to see what happens with this video, I guess, because it's all in the air right now. I am making my way through some fields here. We own a big chunk of this ground, and then we lease, on the other side of these trees, we lease that ground from the neighbor. So we kind of like do a drive through our property to get to their property type of thing. But this is the backside of the neighbor's property that we lease. And the front side of his property up by the road, those beans seem to be drier than these beans back here that we started cutting the other night before we got rained out. So I'm going to kind of cut my way through the headlands up to the road and stab into those beans up by the road there to see where they're at. Because I'm hoping we can cut that into the field and work our way this way, and hopefully these beans will be dry by the time we work our way this way. But who knows? I mean, we could get up there and those beans could be 17% that we just can't cut anyway. So we're gonna find out. So the beans are good. They're at 13%. So we figured, all right, let's cut. Halfway through my pass, I broke the cutter bar. Cutter bar is broken. So we went back to the farm, and John Deere makes this thing called a splice kit. And basically what it is this right here. 2 knives, little piece of metal, some bolts. And what you can do is, basically, it's what it is. The metal piece of metal goes underneath here, like this, and it splices that cutter bar back together. And then you put new knives on there and you can continue cutting, because this is what they call a sectional knife, sectional cutter bar. So I need to figure out where my section is and then just buy the new section, order it tomorrow. But the splice kits are designed to get you up and going if it happens to be a Sunday, check, and it's going to rain on Monday, check, when nobody's open. So this is designed to get you up and going and rolling so you can keep working. So that's what we're doing. Well, it took us about 20 minutes. So now we're up and going again. Hopefully we can at least get a couple truckloads cut off before this rain sets in that's supposed to happen. We'll see. Rain's supposed to set in about 1 in the morning, I guess. These beans aren't the greatest, so Probably be cutting a lot of acres to get truckloads. But we're up and going again. That's all that counts. You know, on a plus side, when I was fixing the cutter bar on the head, I was rooting around down here in my pile of miscellaneous stuff looking for a bolt. And I found the bolt I was looking for, which is good, but while I was down there rooting around, the plug for my refrigerator I bumped it, and it kind of just fell down on the ground or onto the floor. And I was like, huh, that's odd, whatever. So I grabbed it, I looked at it, plugged it back in, and made sure it was in there good and tight, and I went back to fixing the head. Well, now it just dawned on me what I was doing while I was cutting this field, and I'm like, huh. So I opened up the fridge, and my fridge is cold now. So apparently my fridge does work, it just wasn't plugged in all the way. So that is a plus. I was more angry about my refrigerator not working than anything this year. So that's awesome. All right, I think the wife went for a motorcycle ride, so we'll see. Good morning, everybody. As you can tell, it's the next day. The wife did try and go for a motorcycle ride. Not try, she did. But she could not get the camera to work for her. She was having issues with the SD card, and then having issues of it turning on, and blah, blah, blah. So we got no motorcycle footage. That's all right. Yesterday turned out to be kind of a bad day. We had a lot of little problems happen all throughout the day. We ended up not getting done till 10 o'clock last night. My camera was messing up on me. The combine head was messing up on me. I just got so frustrated, I didn't even deal with the camera anymore. So, it is what it is. And I figured I'd talk to you guys this morning here in the truck, because it's still a little early and still a little dark. And I got looking at this truck. These new trucks don't have the dome light anymore. You know, the little knob on the side down here where you can turn your dome lights on? No, this truck does not have it. Now I can push this button and turn on individual lights, but I can't just turn them all on unless I open the door. Garbage. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. We had the cutter bar break, which you saw. I was able to splice that back together and keep cutting. A little farther later, we were bringing the semi down, and the battery cover flew off the semi, so we didn't know where that was at. I did find it on the side of the road last night on the way home, so that's back on the semi. We had the skid plates. If you remember a few videos back where I was putting poly on the head of the combine, the yellow pieces of plastic underneath, those plates that yellow poly mounts to, I lost one of them in the field. Don't know what happened, just lost it. Gone completely. Well, there's two bolts. It holds that plate on, it holds the knife guard on, and it also holds the knife. There's a black thing, I forgot what they call it. It holds the knife down, and it keeps it aligned, the cutter bar aligned. I lost that. So we walked the field and everything. We happened to find the plate. Okay, I've got new guards. So we threw it all back together. We had new bolts, threw it all back together, got up and going, finished that field, and just before 7 o'clock, we were able to move to the next field. So we moved to the next field, got it cut open, got the truck over there, because the truck needed like one combine load put in it, and then it was full. It started to sprinkle on us a little bit, so we kind of kicked her up a little bit and cut, you know, to try and get the truck full. Well, I was coming to the end of my pass and picked the head up. I'm missing another garden plate. I'm like, what the crap is going on here? So we spent probably 25, 30 minutes driving back and forth in that field looking for that plate, and we cannot find that plate anywhere. So I'm going to go out sometime today during the daylight and walk the field. Hopefully it's not going to be raining, because it rained last night, and it's supposed to rain off and on all day today. Tomorrow they're talking gale force winds. So I want to get the semis unloaded before the gale force winds come, because I don't like driving the trucks with bad crosswind. Nobody does. But yeah, I got to find that plate. If I can't find that plate, I got to order one. I mean, it was a headache yesterday, to say the least. So at any rate, we're going to see what today brings, and we'll film her. Oh, this day's starting out really good. I just clicked off from you guys here a couple minutes ago, and I couldn't get the camera to shut off. I had to literally dismantle it, pull the battery out, and then put the battery back in to reset the whole thing. We're farming. Well, I've been dealing with some barn maintenance issues this morning. Upon looking at the weather, we decided we're going to go ahead and truck these loads of soybeans down to the elevator now. I guess we're going to have like gale force winds and everything starting at 4 o'clock this afternoon, going until 10 p.m. Wednesday. So I really got no interest in driving a semi in that bad of a crosswind. So we're going to fire the trucks up and haul them down and get them unloaded now, so we don't have to deal with the wind later driving down the road. This is the first time I've ever been caught by a train here in Wimberville. And right there is the last car. Garbage. Oh, this is getting annoying. We've been here for over a half hour now. The end of the train, right there. That right there is the last car. Garbage. It's moving! It's moving! That only took 45 minutes. Oh, good. Now it's snowing. Garbage. Alright guys, that's about all I got for you today. It's nasty out. I'm gonna go home and relax. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, like, leave me a comment. Have a great day.